Get ready for a wild ride as we dive into the world of college football coaching searches. Florida's future coach, a tale of uncertainty. In a surprising twist, Florida has decided to look beyond Lane Kiffin for its next head coach. Sources reveal that the school sensed Kiffin's interest in other opportunities through irregular communication. With former coach Billy Napier's successor still up for grabs, Florida has interviewed a dozen candidates and is optimistic about finding the right fit. The contenders, a who's who of college football. Among the candidates still in the running are Jeff Brohm of Louisville, Jon Sumrall of Tulane, and Jedd Fisch of Washington. Florida initially targeted Kiffin, offering him a deal that would have made him one of the highest-paid coaches in college football, complete with significant incentives. But here's where it gets controversial. Kiffin is also considering lucrative offers from SEC rivals LSU and Ole Miss. The coaching carousel, a game of musical chairs. The coaching carousel has intensified the search for LSU, and potentially Ole Miss too, if Kiffin decides to leave. Adding to the intrigue, two top candidates believed to be under consideration at either Florida or LSU, Eli Drinkwitz of Missouri and Clark Lea of Vanderbilt, have signed 6-year contract extensions with their respective schools in the past 24 hours. Talk about a twist. Ole Miss potential playoff run, a high-stakes decision. If the number 7 Rebels defeat Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl, they'll finish with an impressive 11-1 record and are expected to reach the college football playoff for the first time. The stakes are high, as they could potentially host a first-round game at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi, on December 19 or 20. But here's the part most people miss. Kiffin's decision to stay or leave could impact the Rebels' playoff chances. The interim plan, a backup strategy. If Kiffin decides to leave for LSU, the Rebels have an interim plan in place. Sources indicate that former New York Giants interim coach Joe Judge could step in as the interim head coach. This backup strategy ensures the Rebels have a plan B, should Kiffin decide to move on. Kiffin's legacy, a successful run at Ole Miss. At 50 years old, Kiffin has guided the Rebels to an impressive 54-19 record in his 6 seasons. Only Alabama and Georgia have more wins in the SEC since the start of the 2020 season. In fact, the Rebels rank 8th among Power Conference teams during that stretch. Kiffin's success at Ole Miss has made him a highly sought-after coach, but will he stay or will he go? That's the million-dollar question. The future, a decision that could spark debate. Sources say that all options are on the table if Kiffin decides to replace Brian Kelly as LSU's coach, including potentially coaching the Rebels in the CFP. However, Kiffin sticking around after agreeing to coach at an SEC rival isn't an ideal scenario. This decision could spark debate among fans and analysts alike. So what do you think? Will Kiffin stay or will he take the LSU offer? The future of college football coaching is in his hands. Let's discuss in the comments.